Live at 9.
The body of Francis Ssenteza, also known as Frank, Ssenteta's bodyguard, who was knocked dead on Sunday around Busega, was buried this afternoon. But his story remains untold. The exact story of how he died remains lost in different narratives that have found their way into the public domain. Kanari Mugume visited the scene where Francis breathed his last to ascertain what could have taken place on that fateful day. Watch.
Somber mood hovered over the National Unity platform. One of their own, Frank Ssenteza, was laid to rest following a mysterious death late Sunday afternoon. Francis Ssenteza, commonly known as Frank in the National Unity platform, was one of the presidential candidate Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu's private bodyguards. It is alleged that he was knocked by a military vehicle around Busega. Reports that the UPDF has since denied. I went to the scene where Frank fell before he died.
There's a lot of narratives that are surrounding the death of Frank, private bodyguard to presidential candidate Robert Kyagulanyi. One narrative is that he fell off a private vehicle and died, and that is according to the UPDF. However, National Unity Platform political party says that he was knocked by a military vehicle. So we came here at Busega bus stage to establish exactly what the truth is. It was during daylight, and therefore our anticipation is that there were people on ground who witnessed or could have witnessed the death of Frank. But first, this is the exact spot where Frank breathed his last.
In this exact spot lies blood mixed with mud. It is the same spot where he was picked up, but he couldn't be saved. According to eyewitnesses operating by the roadside, Kyagulanyi's convoy traveled from Masaka Road towards Natete, transporting journalist Ashraf Kasiri to hospital, who had been injured in an earlier scuffle between the police and NUP supporters in Masaka. At Busega roundabout, police appeared to divert the convoy to the northern bypass to avoid blocking of traffic in the city. Kyagulanyi's personal bodyguards did not allow this to happen.
Okuva eri bulungi babadde bazze bulungi ne kati nano patulo z'amagye kye bakoze okwekika mu kubo kye kyaleese obukyankala n'obunda kuba babadde batambudde okuva e Masaka mu Kyengera wonna ne batuuka bulungi ne mu laawundi wano batambudde bulungi naye kati bano kasita batandise okukiikawo patulo zaabwe awo ensasagge we yavudde. Kirabika oba babadde bamulemesa okugenda eno. Nagenza okulaba abalenzi beetolodde emmotoka ye bakanyama. Moroka mwe yabadde ambulance omwadde omulwadde ow'essasi. Bwe bamwetoloza tebakkiriza basajja kugituukako. Neefuna ekkubo n'etambula n'egenda.
One of those was Frank, who was running on foot, trying to catch up with the convoy. An eyewitness told me that it was here that Frank missed a step and stumbled to the ground.
Kubanze nabadde awo. Drone eno omulenzi yadayagala okubuukira ono eyafudde Frank yabadde adduka emisinde ng'egenda egobe eziddemu zigoberera omukulembeze waffe. Bwe yagezezaako okugirinnya kugibuukira ng'etambula n'alinnya miss yalinnye mu bbanga ate nga ye already egenze ate nga waliwo patulo z'amagye ebbiri zaagala kukola ki zaagala kugendera ku ambulance kati oliwo yalinnye miss n'agwa kati.
Eyewitnesses insist his fall would not have killed him. He was still intact, not until a military vehicle knocked him on the head.
Nga mu bbanga awo n'amukuba gaadi ya patro omutwe yamukonya omutwe muno bw'ati n'abanga adda wali ono n'azingamu katono n'ali akatako ono n'agwa wano omusaayi ne gufuuwa ng'ente gye basaze.
This is contrary to what the UPDF says. According to the UPDF spokesperson, Brigadier General Flavia Byekwaso, Frank fell off a private vehicle which was part of Kyagulanyi's convoy. We tried to look around to ascertain the presence of roadside police cameras. The closest camera is quite some distance. The witness accounts further suggest that Frank was dead by the time friends came to his rescue. Police investigations into the incident are still ongoing. Frank joins the list of NUP supporters who have died or been injured during confrontations with security officers. Police this evening released a